Hey guys, how's it going? It is either real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve Omi Earth 2 Anchor update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. 9 free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. Patreon and become a member and all that. Also, Raythex.eth domain name, and this is not financial advice ever. So there's a bunch of things to go over today. Like I said, I'm going to do Anchor and Earth 2. I'll start with an Earth 2 post. There's someone named Charles Fuller, bless his heart, did not know that this was going to hurt some people or throw some people off. He did wind up posting my other thoughts down and below, but he says, something big is coming. Earth 2, with Earth 2, will Essence be the next big crypto token to launch? And the reason he said that is because he takes my my post on Twitter that says, I currently have 155 million OMI. If the price stays around here for another 2 weeks, I'll get up to 160 million OMI. If Earth 2 lists their Essence token before OMI gets on major exchanges, it's possible I can get to 180 million OMI. Cheers to everyone who's buying. So I never said that I would sell all of my Essence. In the comments on Twitter, I say that if OMI gets listed on major exchanges before Essence does, then I'll sell some OMI so I could buy some more Essence at launch, because I believe it's going to be undervalued at first. People aren't really going to know what it is. Once it gets on Binance, once it gets on whatever, then it's going to be like, oh, wow, we actually have, we get listed as a metaverse token and all that jazz. So I think it's really going to surprise some people. I think it's going to shock a lot of people. But a lot of people, all they saw was his initial post, and they're just like, this doesn't sound too bullish on Earth 2. Is Randy going to sell all of his Essence? Is he going to go and dump? And I was like, guys, I've said for a while now that, again, I've been investing since 2020, or at least in Earth 2 since 2020, and I'm ready to take a little bit of profit. Again, I still want to play the game. I still want to, build up Chaveztopia. Again, link down below to Chaveztopia. So I still want to do a lot of that stuff, but yeah, just clearing up some of that. Some of those misguided things there. And then we'll go to Anchor real quick, because Anchor's got a couple of things. Ugh, all right. There's me. And I'll get to other stuff as well. Where's the Anchor? Okay, here it is. Anchor says, we're very excited to announce that we'll be providing RPC connections to Polygon shortly after launch on 27 March. Anchor will also enable devs to build on the future of Ethereum scaling by launching RPC connections to ZK EVM's testnet and mainnet. Yeah, I'm very bullish. I did wind up getting a little bit more Anchor, so I'm at, I don't know, like 2,700 Anchor, $2,100 worth of Anchor, give or take. So I did buy a little bit back. There's some interesting things between bulls that think like, yo, not only are we going to 30K, we're going to sustain that, and we're going to go after that. Here's the next bull market in 3, 2, 1. And then there are other people, and again, these are all smart people. They're saying, hey, this is not over yet. More banks are going to collapse, more of this. And now, to be fair, both of these people could be right. You could have more banks collapsing. And I mean, with that, I mean, a bunch of these people are going to go and have a, how should I put this? There's going to be a bunch of these people that are going to take their money out of some of these banks. Are they going to put into others? Sure. They'll be able to go and put it into the big four, or they can go and buy crypto. I mean, I have a buddy of mine that has, I don't think, any USDT left. I think he put it all into actual crypto, like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like other stuff, because doesn't necessarily believe in a lot of the stable coins. So also, sorry, I had Cajun chicken before. Oh, it was great. So I was a little late here. So when you have I think both of these people could be correct, where banks could collapse, but then you have all the people taking their money out going into crypto that could kick off next month. Again, I don't know. It seems like you would have two different scenarios. Let me try to find one of the scenarios I was thinking of. I don't know if I'll be able to. Yeah, all right. So one would be the Fed swaps bad debt or lower value at par value, and this will grow the Fed balance sheet massively. And if you take a look at the Fed balance sheet, I think I sent this to someone this morning. Fed balance sheet, look where it was March of 2022. look where it was in February of this year, and then look where it is now. So it going down, and then also suddenly just been popping off. So that's what I was talking about. And the other is if you cut interest rates aggressively this year, which they said they were going to do, both scenarios I think are fairly good for crypto. I don't. I mean, could people have knee-jerk reactions like, "Oh, banks are collapsing. Let me sell my Bitcoin now as well." Yeah, yeah. And I mean, there could be other black swan events. Like, I mean, the ICC, the International Criminal Court, had just said, "Oh yeah, Putin's gonna be arrested for war crimes." Yeah, and it's like, okay, you can make this claim, but as you make that claim, you have no actual security force. You have no police force. You're gonna what? You're gonna rely on America? You rely on us to try to do that? Yeah, it's Putin's probably laughing while reading that. But yeah, other black swan events could happen, give or take. Anyway, let's go over some Veve stuff. Enough about the rest of the other things. All right, so Veve, boy, do we got to talk. Okay, so like 2 days ago, I think, or a couple of days ago, over on Twitter, Marvel Unlimited or one of the Marvel pages had said, "Hey guys, exclusive limited edition digital comic NFT X-Men number 64. The free digital comic NFT is only available to Marvel Unlimited Annual Plus members attending a certain event that was going on, I think, yesterday. Fully readable comic on the Veve app via AR or PDF. AR being augmented reality. X-Men number 64 features the first appearance of Sunfire. Instructions on how to redeem the NFT on the Veve app to be sent via email to eligible attendees on 3/17. What is today? It is 2 days past the Ides of March, 3 days past Pi Day, 7 days past March 10th, aka Mario Day. Mario Day. It is March 17th, and if you take a look over, I mentioned this, I mentioned this to a whale before, and I'll let you know exactly what I said to him. I texted him a picture. Right now there's 15, count them, 2 marshmallows. Sorry, it's a comment down below if you get that reference. But there are 15 of these uncanny X-Men, and I'll show you what it looks like. The uncanny X-Men number 64. That's what it looks like. It has Starfire on the front. Sunfire on the front. It's like when Sunfire strikes. And be advised, there's only commons. There's no uncommon. It's not like Amazing Spider-Man 252, where there's 1,000 comic books and they're all split between common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare. These are only commons. And if it gets down to 500, I'll buy it. It's like, well, it's only commons. What is the floor price? Floor price is $902. Why is it commanding that? How many comic books did they print? Well, they minted up to 1850. So 1,850 of them. Those are the ones that how many codes they gave out, how many that max total could be. If you take a look at the edition numbers on it, if you go to the cheapest one, or it doesn't matter which one you go to, you'll say there's 1850 editions. There's a comic variant, common, and okay, well, what happens if all of these people, if they decide to go and say, oh yeah, it's similar to the Thor poster, where only half the people, and again, Thor poster, or let's go with Veve logo. Most people that got the Veve logo, or at least were given the code to redeem one, they were in the Veve fam. So like 300 or 50-ish, maybe 400 people redeemed. Other people have not redeemed. Maybe they threw it away, whatever, lost, whatever. Then you have the Thor posters. Out of 1,090 that were supposed to be minted, 534 were minted. Those codes were redeemed. And then what happened with the Wakanda Forever posters? They were supposed to have, I think, 1,000 of them also. Only, I think, 101 of them, of those codes were redeemed. So that Wakanda Forever poster is super, super limited. So this comic book has 1,850 editions. I'm pretty sure less than half of that, I'm going to say less than 1,000, is available, which is going to be less than this Amazing Spider-Man 252. So if these go and again, the floor is $900 right now. I'm not buying right here. What I told my whale is just 1,850 commons. They sent promo codes to the people who attended some Marvel event, and only if they had Marvel Unlimited Plus memberships. So it's doubtful even half of those people redeem those codes. I'm not buying right now, but I'll buy if it gets around 500. He said, let me know, I will too. So that is, but I mean, the floor is relatively thin. It goes from 900, 1,200, 1,400, 1,500, 2,100. So, it does go kind of there. But I feel like most people don't know about it yet. And again, $900, you could probably get a Todd. If a couple of these are bought and it goes to 1,500, like okay, this or a reso. I mean, I don't know. I mean, reso you don't have that extra 6%. It's just a 2.5% fee, whereas the Uncanny X-Men it's going to be 8.5% fee. But it's very interesting to me that this is not the only time these Marvel Unlimited people have gotten something. They have gotten some really cool. They've got some really cool things. They have gotten sub 41 Red Skulls, I think, and they've gotten I think sub 100 Marvel comic number ones. So it might not be everybody, but the people that are going and getting these things, that they're like, oh, what is this? Oh, all right, these are gems. Oh, wait, I just made like $900 by selling this. Again, people that had those MC1s, that had the sub 41 Red Skulls, and now these, suddenly they're getting hundreds of dollars per thing. It's like, what? And maybe they don't know what Veve is, but they know now, and I guarantee you they're going to tell their friends. I guarantee you, be like, hey, I just got something for free, and I just sold it for like several $100s. Maybe we should check this out. I guarantee you that's happened already. And if it hasn't, it probably will. Again, why would he's like, okay, well, Chavez, the Marvel Unlimited, don't you pay like $20 I think it's $20 a month or $10 a month to read all of the Marvel comics like that you want, like ever? Yeah, but you can't really sell them. You could read whatever you want, but they're not on the blockchain. There's no real ownership. When you have something like this, and oh God, and they realize that they could own a piece of history that they wouldn't be able to otherwise own, especially when it comes to the grails like MC1, Amazing Fantasy 15, Fantastic Four number 1, Fantastic Four number 5, Strange Tales 110. It's just, yeah. Now again, this comic is not really the Uncanny X-Men number 64. I think a 9.6 goes for like $2,000. It's not really that coveted of a comic, but it's just super, super scarce. And we know on Veve, scarcity means everything. I think there's probably going to be less of these than the Amazing Spider-Man 252. I think, and that's one of the, I think the only other scarcer one is like a Spidey Dune Buggy thing or a Spidey thing. But anyway, why would Marvel want to try to take people that are paying $10 a month and try to convert them over to Veve? Well, because most likely they're going to spend a lot more than $10 a month. I guarantee you that Marvel 100% wants to go and convert every single one of their users from the Marvel Unlimited to Veve. Well, why would they want to split some profits? Well, how big are those profits? How big are those profits if we're going to talk about Marvel Unlimited? It's like $10 a month. Again, comment down below if I'm wrong here. When I guarantee you a lot of these people are going to be spending a lot more than $10 a month. And even if most don't, even if most do $10 or less a month, let's say they only go for comics that they like, $7, whatever, you're going to get the 1% of people that are just like, okay, out of the 1,000 people that are paying for this, 10 of them are whales, because that's 1%. And out of those whales that go in, they're going to go in hard, and they're going to make so much more off of those whales than if they're just in Marvel Unlimited. Guaranteed. So, yeah, Marvel has every incentive to do this. This is not going to be the last time this happens. I'll keep you posted. Anyway, I might do my own video on that. We have other stuff to go over as well. Where was I? Balance sheet. There's me. Made about $35,000 this morning from the postal stamps. The Women Support the War effort. Huzzah! I got one. I was very happy. They did sell out. They didn't sell out at first. It took them, I don't know, like 10 minutes, give or take, but they did sell out. And they were going for $4 this morning. They were going for fairly cheap, and now they're at $6.80. So they're above retail, because yeah, these are $6. So at the beginning they lost $2, and now they're over retail. So that's pretty exciting. And again, like even if it was $4 and you just buy it off the drop, and it's $6 for a set, and it's a rare, like Speaking of stuff that I've been doing, I now have 150 comics and then about 780 collectibles. I have over 900 collectibles total. But yeah, 150 comics. Thought that was huzzah. Wow. We're going to go. I'll get to comments in a minute. I'm just going to go over a couple of more things. All right. So breaking the internet. Actually, I'll save that. That's talking about President Putin, International Criminal Court. We did have I think it was on a Sendex. We had a 30 million OMI sell order at like 00 or 0084, and then someone just swooped in and was like, "Yeah, it's dumb. Buy." What was it gonna be like 20 something $1,000, 24, 23, however much it is. Someone just like, "Yeah, this is dumb." Like $26,000, and they just bought it up. So that's pretty exciting. Just to see that people are just being like, "Yeah, this is dumb." So we have Goku, Adam, saying today was a big day. Welcome Walt collection, mint number 88. He got it for 7,500 doll hairs, and it's a sub 100, and that's pretty low for sub 100, especially a repeating number like that. Shout out to them. That was reported by Sergio Rodriguez. And we have another one called Aoki Jimmel, saying just bought another one of the first appearance Spider-Man Secret Rare version digital collectible on Veve Official. It's also the first licensed Spider-Man by Marvel on the blockchain. And yeah, this dude's got 3 of them now. That is, people be buying. People do be buying though. There's a class action lawsuit against like Stephen Graham, Stephen, whatever the dude's name is, Andre Jick, BitBoy, a bunch of people that were paid sponsors to promote FTX. And I don't know if they were just why they're getting sued, which I don't know if this is going to pan out or not. So I don't know why they were getting sued. Because if they had made it clear that they were like this video sponsored by FTX, like that type of deal. So I don't really know the ins and out of that, but people are just like, oh, they're coming for YouTubers next. And we have Dr. Stuff over on Twitter saying like, listen, that's not how it works. These people were paid to promote FTX. I'm assuming those OMI to $1 videos weren't sponsored. Someone just speaking their opinion. Correct. To my knowledge, Veve has never paid me or Cavell or Foster or anyone to make any type of content. There was some speculation about Logan Paul back in the day, but I don't think that was from Veve directly. Maybe someone that had went rogue that used to work for Veve. I don't know. We have somebody go and say, newsflash, internet lawyer, COVID expert tells internet advisors there's nothing to worry about. Rest safe, little chickens. You don't need a coop. Those wolves ain't hungry. Go play in a yard. Which I think was a little rude. But anyway, Dr. Stuff comes back and just says, that's not how it works. These people were paid. All right, no, I'm sorry. Wrong one. He says, I guess I don't understand the need for this post. A passive-aggressive way of saying I don't know what I'm talking about, probably. I really respect you and your opinion, so I won't get into it. I'll just say this. I know quite a bit about consumer protection laws in the U.S., and the person that made the post, like, happy to hear educated opinions. I don't mind opposing, though, but there's just too much nothing matters when clearly some stuff does. Important stuff always does. It's just not everyone gets caught, but for those that do, it's Pain Town, a good place to avoid. And Dr. Stuff, just being very calm, cool, and collected, says, I definitely understand that not everyone gets caught. Portion of consumer protection. My understanding is that the lawsuit is coming from those YouTubers or influencers who had some sort of paid advertising with FTX. That's what happened with Kim Kardashian. If that's the case, then the lawsuit has to be coming from the angle of advertising and disclosure laws. So from that perspective, making videos regarding their opinions on token prices of any project and not getting paid for it does not meet the criteria for a similar lawsuit. And I'm not going to lie, I got to agree with Dr. Stuff 100% there. So if you are worried about making videos and you're just like, hey, I don't know what to do, God forbid someone tries to sue me, they can't. Or they can try, it just won't work, and they'll wind up wasting a lot of money. 2 years ago, I was working 80 hours a week. I got an eye infection, and I had to wear a eye patch and everyone on Earth 2 was making the hashtag patches for Randy. I was like, respect. Record sale, we have a Alpha Black Lotus sold for $540,000, so that was nice. We have Wes, good old Wes, who is a member, by the way. You should become a member as well. I'm saying, will DC Comics now come to Veve since Palm no longer has payout? And yeah, I'll read you that email too. Palm went over and said, hello there. Circle, our payment service provider, notified us last night that due to 2 transactions, banks they relied on for wire payouts going to the hands of FDIC receivers, new wire cash out requests can no longer be fulfilled. So that's why Wes was making that poll. I didn't answer it. I imagine most people would have said no, because if you take a look at any other platform like that, a lot of other platforms have had those A lot of other of those platforms have had that particular issue. So I'll say two scenarios. If we're just going off, hey, there's no cash out on Palm. Do you think Vivi's getting DC Comics because of that? No, I think Vivi could get DC Comics in general anyway because you know I love DC. I've seen I think every single movie that DC has put out. Excuse me, since Batman Begins. So let me reiterate that. I'm a fan of DC. I've seen every single DC movie that they have put out since Batman Begins, and I enjoy most of them. But they are struggling. They've been bought and sold a couple times. They're just it's they haven't had that spark that Marvel had. They haven't had the good that good run that Marvel had. So and again, that's just the movies, and there's a lot to say about the comics, the Batpeen, and I think that eventually they might want to go where the money is, and where's the money? Just despite Palm having that trifecta of Hero, Palm Comics, and Bat Cows all over on Palm Network, like how much money's in that? I mean, it's a decent amount. I mean, probably more than I've ever done in business. Yeah, definitely more than I've ever done. But it's still not Vivi. It's not what Vivi is. So I think there's a potential for it just because of the amount of money that's over at Vivi. I don't. Again, if DC were to go and try to get comics on Vivi, it wouldn't be just because of like the Circle payout thing. That's just something that happens. And I see this being a hiccup in the road. People can't cash out for a little while. They'll find another payment service provider, or they'll get their stuff together, and you'll be able to cash out again at some point. Wes also says the fact that a lot of these NFT projects are trying to find ways to survive and generate income, i.e. Doodles, which is now turning into a media company. That's not the case with Vivi, who consistently generates millions of dollars every week. I think it is just $1 million in gem sales every week, but I'll check it. Sorry. And it itches, like, the beard's growing out and it itches. Actually, the last time it was updated was on the 9th. Puddin' Cheeks, where you at, girl? He's been making a lot of really cool TikToks, but outside of last week, which again I don't have the numbers for, other people might. You do have Vivi consistently making $1 million in gem sales each week, and this is in the height of the bear market, or the depth of the bear market, however you want to go over that. But good news for crypto. Colorado to accept Bitcoin and crypto for tax payments by the end of the summer. Government Polis says. Shout out to them. Then we have, all right, one of the last things for Vivi, and I promise we'll get to questions. Couple updates. As you may have seen, MCP has rolled out to a number of testers. While pleased overall with the performance, we are monitoring several potential bugs reported by the testers. Beta will continue as planned, but if testing, please be aware that bugs are expected in this phase. We will continue to actively supply maintenance throughout this initial rollout. U.S. tax season is upon us. As a reminder, you are responsible for your own personal taxes in relation to your activities on Vivi. Tax laws vary by country, so consult a local tax advisor for more information. To download your transaction history, go to omi.vivi.me. You could do that there. Guys, pay your taxes. I have seen far too many people that have said like, oh, it's not that big. Now, granted, these were in like the 6 and 7 figures. They got Capone, they'll get you too. If you're just like, oh, I didn't pay taxes on this extra $1,000, $10,000, probably okay. Again, this is not financial advice at all. Definitely pay your taxes, but if it's above a certain amount, they're coming for you. And be advised, guys, if it is, maybe some of you guys that hadn't KYC'd for whatever reason, or you have multiple accounts and you use your grandma to KYC, if those taxes aren't paid and it's on your grandma's account, they're not coming for you. They're coming for your grandma. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. Coming for grandma. So pay your taxes. It is not worth it to go and try to save the extra couple $1,000, and then your life is going to be hell for like 18 months. Every single year, after the IRS will view all of your taxes that you attempt to put in with prejudice, they treat you like criminal. I've seen that far too often. Pay your taxes. Anyway, despite me not really agreeing with what a lot of the U.S. uses for taxes, I'm just throwing that out there. Okay, that should be it for the news. I'm just gonna check one more time. The Uncanny X-Men. It's still $900 for the floor. All right, I was hoping come down. If it came down 500, I was going in, but it has not. 99 Crypto says, don't understand why you so into Earth 2. Can you explain what attracted you to it and where you can get it? Yeah, sure. So link down below to the Earth 2 game, link down below to Chavez, and link down below for my referral code, where if you buy tiles, totally buy tiles in Chavez. That's, yeah, good advice. What attracted me to Earth 2 at first was just, it was interesting. All of this talk of metaverses, in 2020, again, winding the clocks back a couple of years, 2020. It was a little bit of a buzzword. Nobody actually really knew what it meant at that point. I mean, you can make the arguments, people, us gamers had gone and said, well, I played Second Life, and it's basically another world, and you could do anything you want in that other world. You have an avatar, you can control that avatar, and you can, it's like putting your bet, like, what would you be like if you didn't have the limitations that you have on yourself? So let me, and this is why gaming is such a big industry. This is why, because there's a lot of us that are just, we're not tall, we're not, we're not dashy, we're not dashing, we're not good looking, we're not, not a lot of people are super athletic or super whatever, and it's freaking hard to get in shape. It's freaking hard to go and lose weight and build muscle and eat right and take care of yourself. And it's just, getting a decent job, going buying money on clothes to look decent for the opposite sex. And when you're in a video game, you're not yourself. You are someone else entirely, and you feel good because you're doing stuff in that game. And maybe you're not doing stuff in real life. Maybe you're just, a DNB, as Ronda Rousey would call them. And especially when you're in a metaverse where you can make someone kind of look like yourself, but just a lot better looking. And it's just, I think it was in, what was it, Cyberpunk, where everyone was giving themselves like monster dongs. Yeah, you could go and you could put in an avatar that looks like you, but is not like you. It's just it's the best version of you. And that's an interesting thing to pretend. Like, okay, what would I be if I actually put all this effort into myself? What would I be if I was the god of my own body? What would I look like? What would I do? And it's really interesting to see people play as themselves or do that type of thing. So when I saw Earth 2 and I saw that, okay, they're buying land. Okay, this is how they're going, and they're raising their capital. This is how they're doing their seed funding raise. They're just throwing that out at first. Whoever buys. And boy, did you get a lot of benefits for buying. Started in November 2020. I got in December 2020. Most people didn't get it until 2021. And then it just caught fire. It was so much fun to go, because you could, if you buy land in where, it doesn't matter where, South America, Antarctica, India, whatever, other people that bought in the same country that you bought in, you'd get a teeny tiny piece of that. So like every like 4 seconds, 1 penny. Okay, well that's 15 cents per hour, and that's only if you put in a little bit. If you put in a lot, then you get a lot more, and then you get a referral code. It's just absolutely wild. And they just kept building and building and building, and the tech tree and jewels and ether and mentors, and it's just like a game that constantly gives you downloadable content pretty much for free. Now, granted, do you have to use some of the stuff that you get in order to? Yeah, it's an engine building game. It's great. So, and again, it's the best looking metaverse, I think, by far, at least right now. It has a drone video game that they're releasing for free. That already has a bunch of official Earth 2 trading cards, which are on the blockchain, which I'm so thankful that they allowed me to be part of it. I have 2 official Earth 2 trading cards on there. They are of me. Unfortunately, they're on the Wax platform. Other official ones are probably going to be on Polygon, Matic. But Yeah, and it's a great time. It's a great group of ragtag people, and there are a bunch of whales there. And I have great friends there. Um, so it's just a special feeling. It's a special place, and it's gonna be heckin' huge. Uh, anyway, um, that's where you can get it all 99 cryptos. Bill Gardner saying, What up, Bill Gardner? I hope you're doing well." Clarento says, "Are you completely out of Pokemon cards?" No, no, no. I'll never be completely out of Pokemon cards. Sometimes I'll have. Hey, where am I at? Where you at, girl? Girl. Every now and then I'll show off a couple baddies. Chavez, that doesn't look like a Pokemon I ever saw. Well, you are not familiar with the original artwork for Growlithe. Yes, this is Growlithe. This is a card-ass card from 1997. This is before base set. This is before, I don't know if this is before the Meiji cards. And just take a look at the back. It's a different back. It doesn't have Pocket Monsters on it. It's just dope. This was one of the first ones in Japan. I think the Meiji ones and the Top Sun ones might have came before this, but this is one of the first artworks that you have of Growlithe, and he's one of my favorite. He's a fire puppy, one of my favorite Pokemon. So no, I will never be completely out again. Squid Cat says Immutable X up 27%. Dude, they are so undervalued. They have so many. What's that called? They have so many things each year that or I'm sorry, each partnerships every week. Like new partnerships every week are announced. It's absolutely bananas. Let's take a look at some other stuff. Let's take a look at ANKR real quick. We'll take a look at Omi. ANKR's at 3.7 cents. Let's go. I might take a little bit of profit at some point. And then we have Akomi, which is up 5.7%. Let's get that bread. We're up to 0009 again. All right, what do we have in volume? We definitely have a decent amount of volume. Oh, only $971,000 in volume, so actually not a ton. Pretty good looking chart though. Take a look at some other cryptos, and we'll go from there. I haven't checked Bumper in a while. I don't have that much Bumper, but I'll check. Bitcoin up to 27.3. Ethereum up to 1784. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin's up 9%. Ethereum's up 6.9%. Everyone comment nice down below for 6.9 for 69. Let me check Bumper. Bump it up. Bumper's at 5.7 cents, so it's up 2.9%. Really not too much going on over there. And then we have, what do we have? We got a couple of drops coming in hot. Tomorrow we got Moana, and then on the 19th we got Sesame Street. Let's go. What was that? I forgot. I was looking at Immutable X. Immutable X. Okay, all right. Let's. My ADD brain is really bad today. Apologies about that. All right, we're gonna look up. We're in Immutable X. We're in Immutable X. Been there since May. Now we in September. Dude, I love Non-Funded Wonderful so much. $1.49. All right, where have we been at the last 90 days? Oh my God, could you imagine getting this at 38 cents? Now it's $1.59. All right, what are we at here? All right, so go to max. Where was it at? I guess the lowest it was at like 38 cents, like ever. And this has been $8 before. Yeah. This will do really well. This, like I said, Immutable X has most of some of the best partnerships that I've ever seen. Yeah. Moving on. Team Dream Veve says, Bonjour la Veve fam. Bonjour. Team Veve. Team Dream Veve. Squid Cat says their Twitter teasing some big reveal for tomorrow. Immutable X? Oh, I bet. Let's take a look. I follow a bunch of those guys. I met the team once. I met them at, I think it was NFT NYC. They're really cool. They're really chill. Oh yeah, legendary reveal the next couple days. They got a bunch of stuff going really good. Slider says Bitcoin was created in a financial crisis. I think if more banks collapse, it would be good for crypto. This would be good for NFTs in the long run. That money always trickles down the NFTs eventually. Agreed, it does. I cannot wait for crypto pay-in. Okay, so it's probably good that I don't have crypto pay-in. Why? Because I'm an addict, and all I do is buy some of this stuff. Yeah. All I do is I just buy some of this stuff. Um, I don't have crypto beta. I don't have MCP beta. I don't have crypto pay in. I feel like I'm a fairly good makeshift ambassador for Veve, and they haven't given it to me. But I want. I'll tell you what I want. Tell you what I want. What I really really want. I'll tell you what I want. Um, let's see a couple of these things. All right, so I have 3 of these Marvel holiday cards, and I have one that's on sale. It's a sub 100, but I don't know if I should probably take it off. Should probably take it off. Oh, because all of them are sub 100. I have. What's the Veve logo at? 2765. If I get crypto in the next 2 weeks when I get this big check, let's say 10 to 14 days, and the Veve logo is about 2700, I'll buy another one. I heard it here first. Oh, I can get a sub 100 for 3600. That's really good. 36.99, so 37, so it's $1,000 more than, but still, that's not bad from the fireman. He getting that. Yeah, it's not bad. All right, moving on here. Where was I? George17 says Veve is awesome. Can you transfer comics in an instant? Social interaction is off the charts. You used to be able to transfer. Oh God, my body. You used to be able to transfer everything, but now transfers will come back on at some point. They're just not there right now. When will they come back on? I don't know. And in what way will they come back on? I don't know. But what I do know is that you can support me by smashing that like button just like that. Oh yeah, get that bread. I love this game. Okay, now where was I? D Supreme says Cavell is going against Veve because they don't pay him to make videos. Then Cavell looked out. Is he going against Veve? I mean, isn't a lot of the Veve fam make up his audience on the new channel that he has? I mean, right? I don't. Yeah, I need proof that he's going against Veve though, and I definitely need proof that it's because they don't pay him. I don't know. I definitely find that hard to believe. Veve doesn't pay anyone, at least influencers. Skinny P says, well. Skinny P says, Dashi pays no taxes. This is rubbish. Dashi does not need to pay taxes. Dashi is immune to taxes. Yeah, should shovel everything through Dashi. Could you imagine if you broke Dashi open and you just see a whole bunch of wad of cash? Jaco Randy says, Randy, Veve, yo, what up, Jaco? Kurazami says, what's up, fam? Oh, how you been, brother? I hope you've been well. Hope you're doing all right. Jaco says, just hit 8,200 comics. Oh my God, you freaking mad lad. That is insane. Oh my God, that's bananas. Happy St. Patty's Day, by the way. That's, to everyone that's out there. I had another. Okay, go and take a look at the Yoda lightsaber. If you take a look at the Yoda lightsaber, there's, I think, 182 of them on sale. Half of them, 90 of them that are listed, are from Clever Jerk. All at $66,000. Again, I'll repeat. Half of the supply that's on sale right now for Yoda's lightsaber is by Clever Jerk. That has 90, or at least 90 are on sale. Could he have more? Possibly, but yeah, it's that's wild. It's just insane. Diego says, order my first Pokemon first edition Pikachu, Gem Mint 10. Which one? I mean, you can get Pikachu in Jungle. You can get actually 2 in the first set. You have Yellow Cheeks and you have Red Cheeks. And then, like I said, you have the one in Jungle. I think Pikachu's in most sets. I mean, even if you have the Gym Challenge set, Gym Challenge, you have a Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. In Gym Heroes, I think you might have Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu as well. I don't know if there's a Rocket Pikachu. I know there's a Dark Raichu. It might be a Dark Pikachu as well. I forget. But yeah, Pikachu's in a lot of sets. Bill Garner says, "Dang, yeah, dude, J Co is just killing it. It's like so much killing it. I gotta take a picture of that. Like 82 comics. Like, god damn. I don't know what to say at that point. That's pretty heckin' ridiculous." That awkward moment when you spawn in the enemy's base and it's just a chicken in front of KFC. Peace was never an option. Sorry. Moving on. The legend says, "Hey, did you get MCP yet?" No, I didn't. Bill Gardner says, "I haven't gotten it yet." Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm patient. Maybe I'm a little impatient, but I'm mostly patient. Legend says, "I got MCP and crypto pay in." So jealous. I'm so jealous. I'm hoping I also don't get crypto pay in because again, I really kind of want to keep some of my money. You know, I feel like $3,000 would probably be better suited going into OMI than it would the Veve logo or most anything on Veve. But I digress. I have just a little bit of money that I could throw in and get, but if I really wanted to. I don't know, man. I don't know. I could do it. I feel like, who says that I could do it right now if I want? Oh yeah, Goku when he's in the hyperbolic time chamber, is like, I could take it one step further if I wanted to. And then it's like, no, this form is too bulky. Go on, you gotta be fast. I need to be fast if I'm gonna take on Cell. Anyway, Big A says, "I got crypto pay-in and used it with ETH. It was easy." Jayco says, "Nice, guys." Yeah, jealous. George17 says, "Oh, whitelisted. Just check my email." George, I'm so salty. I'm so jealous. I'm very happy for everyone that gets it. I'm very happy for y'all that got it instead of me that got it. I will 100% be happy for y'all, even in a month when I still don't have it. Skinny P says, "Not financial advice, but if you don't see the cracks happening around the world, LOL." I was talking to my friend Steph the other day, who's a real estate agent, and she says, "Yeah, housing prices are still going up, but and people are still paying some cash for it because they can still make those payments, still want those houses." But she says, at some point, you're going to reach this inflection point where the prices are too high, people won't be able to get loans, or they won't be able to afford, the high interest payments on it, and they're going to be like, "No, we can't do it." And then people start undercutting each other, and then she's like, so when that happens, I don't know. She said she had expected it actually for quite a while now, and it's just not here yet. But again, does it mean that it absolutely collapses and everyone loses like 40% on their properties? No. But there's going to be some fall. How far does it go? No one knows. Oh yeah, something about Egypt also joining the BRICS nations. I'm gonna keep my eye on that. And then, so I had a buddy of mine reach out yesterday. Maybe it was 2 days ago. Oh no, it was definitely yesterday. Yeah, it was March 16th. She goes and she says, "Randy, you need to go and talk to your military friends because what is this?" She sends me a link saying, "Pentagon officials suggest alien mothership in our solar system could send mini probes to Earth too." And I was like, oh Lord. Yahoo picked it up. Fox picked it up. A couple other places picked it up. Pentagon officials said in a draft document last week that aliens could be visiting our solar system and releasing smaller probes like missions conducted by NASA when studying other planets. A draft research report authored by Sean Kirkpatrick, the director of the Pentagon's All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, known as ARRO, AARO, and Abraham Loeb, chairman of Harvard University's Astronomy Department, was released on March 7th and focuses on the physical constraints of unidentified aerial phenomena. And, quote, "An artificial interstellar object could potentially be a parent craft that releases many small probes during its close passage to Earth, an operational construct not too dissimilar from NASA missions." The report read, "These dandelion seeds could be separated from the parent craft by the tidal gravitational force by the sun or by a maneuvering capability." End quote. The ARRO was established July 2022 and is responsible for tracking objects in the sky, underwater, and in space, or possibly an object that has the ability to move from one domain to the next. Congress tasked NASA to find 90% of all objects near Earth that are larger than 140 meters in 2005, which resulted in Pan-STARRS telescope, according to the report. And yeah, there's just it was so I did ask two military buddies of mine that are still in high ranking. One of them just says aliens are probably chill, so I don't know what that means. And then the other person hasn't gotten back to me yet, so I'm sure it's fine. I hope it's fine. I mean, again, my mindset with this is, so this girl asked me a while ago, like, hey, what did you think, when the pandemic first started? And I was like, well, I'm either immune to it or I'm not. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah, if it's a new disease and, if we're all going to die, like, I'm either immune to it, it doesn't matter, or I'm not, and, rip. And thankfully, it wasn't what we thought it was. It was pretty much nothing, with a 99.997% survival rate, and, hospitals lying about the deaths. Anyway, so my mind going into this is like, okay, either aliens are just not coming and doesn't matter, or two scenarios if they are coming, or I guess three, but two major ones that you want to see is like, they're coming and they're peaceful, great, or they're coming and they're not peaceful, and it's like, okay, well, rip, rip to Earth. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Jayco says, like the live stream, guys and ladies. Yeah, smash that like button. Free would help support the channel. Mm-hmm. These brings us Cavel's latest video and his tweets. He is sponsored by Quid now. Yeah, he's been sponsored by Quid for a while. There's a couple of Veve YouTubers that are sponsored by Quid, and I'm not one of them. They wanted to pay me in Quid token. I was like, guys, you realize that the Quid token has like $4,000 in volume a day? No. So I was like, I don't know what the other people got paid. I just flat out told them no. George17 says, got that beta MCP. Yo, George, get that bread. Skinny Pete says, peace was never an option. Yeah. The biggest bro says, what's up, Gator Lord? May you have a wonderful night, and may the sub 100 mighties be bestowed upon you at the cheapest price. Oh, why, thank you. I have to fart. Yeah, apparently for MCP, there's you get extra points for having sub 100 stuff. And I got a good amount of sub 100 stuff. Can't wait. And I also, again, I need to save gems for the Infinity Stones, because we're going to get the Soul Stone, and then potentially the Gauntlet, or Gauntlets. And then I'm going to need stuff for, I like cars, so any other new car. I never got the, what's that called? Excuse me. I never got the Lambo. I was talking to Whale 2 nights ago, and he had said he had missed the Lambo drop. I asked, like, did you get a Lambo? I was like, nah, I missed it. It was doing, X, Y, and Z. He's like, I'm going to get one, though. I was like, oh, legit. Yeah, big Whale. Yeah, so I really like vehicles. So I have the Infinity Stones, that are the one that's left, the Gauntlet or Gauntlets, any other cars, and then we have 4 other Marvel Mighty sets that later this year. So we're probably gonna have 3 that are involved with actual projects, like maybe Loki Series 2. When I say Loki Series 2, I mean the Season 2. We've had an Alligator Loki drop, and we had another drop, but I would say it could be a Loki series. I'm gonna guess it's definitely gonna be Guardians of the Galaxy, and probably Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel 2, because that's gonna involve Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, Ms. Marvel, and then a couple of other people in there as well. But the Guardians of the Galaxy, this is freaking Dave Bautista. Oh, love him, love that man. Been a fan of his. I remember one night I was at Raw, and it was just like, yeah, just because he was coming out, I was like, he was just going. I love him. Anyway, follow him on Instagram, and he's always just saying, like, yeah, this is gonna be the last. He's talking about, like, this is the last time I'm playing Drax, and it's like, okay, so either Drax is dying, or he's just not coming back. Like, unless he gets a huge payday, he's not coming back. That was a reference to, speaking of wrestling, it's a weird reference to one of the episodes of Monday Night Raw. It was after a pay-per-view, and I think Triple H was having his baby with Stephanie McMahon, so they weren't there that night. Shawn Michaels, I think, was hosting, whatever it was. Shawn Michaels speaking, and everyone was checking Hogan, Hogan, because they want Hulk Hogan to come out. And Shawn Michaels like, listen, until he needs another payday, he's not coming back. I was like, yeah. Okay, I don't know why I just remembered that right now. Probably because I made a reference similar to it. But what was it saying? Yeah, so in the Marvel Mighties, you're going to have, we don't have a Mighty Groot, even though we have multiple Groots. Groot, Gamora, Nebula, Star-Lord, God, not Black Adam, Adam Warlock, and then who's the person I was just talking? Oh yeah, and then Batista. So you could possibly have 6 of those people. I would say maybe 5, and then Adam Warlock's like the secret rare or the airdrop that they could give with that. I think that'd be pretty cool. And that what were the other ones going to be? Could have Echo. Oh, I don't know if Echo's even going to be out this year. You do have Punisher and Daredevil all coming back. You know, Daredevil, but again, I think that's next year though. Agatha Covenant of Chaos is going to come out later this year. There's just a lot. Marvel's just dropping stuff all the time. Speaking of stuff on the Marvel under the Disney banner, you have Mandalorian, which I think has been pretty good so far. We haven't had a Mando drop. We haven't had a baby Yoda drop. Give me my goddamn Grogu. Sorry, excuse me. I'm very excited. I love that little thing so freaking much. MCP, Gatorlore. Yeah, so Marvel Mighty is going to be dope. Jayco says, how's Taps doing? He's pretty good. I'm pretty sure by now he's either finished or almost done with the wedding plan. So I might take some pictures at the wedding. I'll keep y'all posted. I won't go live, but I will, maybe I will in secret. No, I'll be just pictures. Of course, Amy says, not financial advice, but Veve logo is the best thing to hold if you think Veve will succeed, more so than Todd. I think if Veve is successful, Veve logo is essentially like a founder's token. Not pumping, could be wrong. I mean, if we're going to go bullish on the Veve logo, we're going to go bullish on the Veve logo. Yeah. I love it. I love... Well, and I've told the story before, comparing it to Pokemon. Quick recap on that. Usually, at least in card games, the most expensive things, at least in Pokemon, the most expensive cards were given out for free. Say that again. The most expensive cards were given out for free. Does this sound similar? That's why I have 2 of them, and why I'll get a 3rd at some point. When? I don't know. Maybe in a couple weeks. I'll keep y'all posted. Yeah. Jaco says, UFO FUD by Pentagon. I guess UFO FUD by Pentagon. We do have some FUD in there. Speaking of which, Elon Musk says, congrats to SpaceX for launching 2 rockets in 4 hours. Hey-o. God, I love Elon so freaking much. Mitch Mack said, oh, yeah, so I'm starting to follow his tweets, and his tweets are interesting. Azrael said, I'll just follow this whole thread. Azrael says, 1 year ago, did not age well, mate. Asian Dan, Mitch M, can I ask a brutally direct and simple question? Why haven't you listed on Binance yet? I'd say that 99.99% of holders ask themselves this every day for the past years. And it was a stream that said Dan, it was a live stream or a video by Asian Dan saying, breaking news, Binance Exchange, only listing is leaked by Reddit user. Look at 10,000 views, goddamn. Harish says, it's a Reese question. Azrael says, but Reese hasn't and won't reply. Well, gee, I wonder why. Maybe they're under NDA. Like, calm yourself. Harish says, I know it's unfortunate, but I don't think Mitch will be kept in loop for Comey-related stuff. Even Alex doesn't know what goes on with Comey decisions. It is Reese, Dan, and David that should provide an answer. Azrael says, then we won't have an answer for an indefinite amount of time. This creates further uncertainty. And Mitch Mack to the rescue, saying, practically, we'd want to have utility for the token before we'd be of interest to the upper tier exchanges. Just my 2 cents, not financial advice. Be advised, the upper tier exchanges wouldn't care as long as you just pay them. But I agree that it would be, they would obviously want OMI more, and it would be a better sell to their clients. Oh, hey, what can this OMI token do? Well, nothing right now. Versus, oh, it can do X, Y, and Z. Again, it's an easier sell for Binance and Coinbase to send out an email to their clients saying, hey, this is what we have, buy it, if the token has utility first. Steamboat VV says, there are many tier 2 to 5 exchanges in existence, and the community is literally asking for years. So Mitch Mack says, honestly, I don't have an answer for that. I kind of just got here. Might be able to have a more helpful response when I have had the opportunity to catch up with this aspect of the organization. Mitch Mack just focused on really creating a superior product right now, which I think is doing really good. Ryuzu says, didn't you join last year? And Mitch says, I mean, yeah, in December of 2022 and got immediately stuck in the product dev side of business. Asian Dan says, do you like your position so far? And Mitch says, yeah, amazing community and engagement, keeps everyone on their toes. Great product, just needs to work, just needs some work, loads of potential. So I will respond, can't wait to talk about this when you come on the podcast. Because he did agree, we just haven't set a date yet. Yeah. Aw, Ashley. Sorry, that's a friend of mine. Anyway, moving on. Where was I? Squidcast, Beto Crypto Pay in here. Oh, I'm so jelly. Skinny Pete says, we were thinking about swiping that Sam Wilson floor. Really? Skinny Pete. Let me, listen, before I even get to it, before I even get to that, I'm going to say there are better things to probably sweep up, than the Sam Wilson floor. And I'll tell you why. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heart. I'm sorry, I just, Backstreet Boys are always in the back of everyone's mind. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not? Hey, Megan. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, Nick is not going to have Backstreet Boys in the back of his mind, but Megan would have. So yeah, if you take a look at Sam Wilson, which I own 3 of them, he's $4.90, which is, fairly cheap. But there were 28,888 of him that were made. So, and let's talk about, black characters. Yeah, that's Black Captain America, which is obviously a dope. But then you have M'Baku, and M'Baku is the king of Wakanda. I have 17 of him. And he is $4. So he is 90 cents cheaper than Falcon, and he only has 4,200. He has 24,000 less of him than there are of Falcon. And I get it. Falcon's kind of, he's an Avenger. Cool. But, he's... Are 28,000 people going to want him over the 4,000 that there are of M'Baku? Scarcer things usually tend to do better. So that's what I'm banking on. And again, let's play these dominoes out for Falcon, for Sam Wilson. Let's go and take a look at, you spend $50, you get 10 of them, right? Then you spend $70, so you spend $120 to get 20 of them. And honestly, there's only 69 of the Sam Wilsons available, though. I think that's because nobody really wants to sell them for that much. But $120 and you get 20 of them. Now, M'Baku, you could spend 10. Okay, hold on. Then 20. You could spend less than that. All right, you could probably spend around the same, a little less, but let's say 110. So let's say you spend the same amount. This is in favor of Sam Wilson, but you spend the same amount, and you get the same amount of Sam Wilson's versus M'Baku's. You could get 280 of Sam Wilson, and that's 1% of the supply. Or you can get 42 of M'Baku and have 1% of the supply. If you want to become the store, I would say become the store of something less scarce. Again, that's just my opinion. It's not financial advice, but yeah. Bill Gardner says, "Where Taps? Taps be in his home residence. Taps be probably celebrating St. Paddy's Day because Taps deserves to have a good time. He deserves to have a night out, and with his gal, maybe with his doggo, doing whatever they're doing. I miss him so much. I love that man. I can't wait to freaking squeeze him. And he's just, yeah, he'll be, I'll take pictures with him at the wedding. Kurzami says, agreed. Even the first appearance of Charizard is not even the most expensive Charizard, contrary to what most people think. Agreed. And yeah, so the logo, you only have to pay you only have to pay 2.5%. So I would rather have the logo. Logo for me is in my top 5, but for most people would probably be in their top 10. Todd Riso partner statue, secret rare Spider-Man, and I was gonna say ultra rare Miles Morales. Because that secret rare is going kind of high, and the ultra rare is not that high. It's still fairly high. It's like 700 something bucks. But yeah, I would say ultra rare Miles Morales is probably in the top 5. Now, like, what about Steamboat Willie? Steamboat Willie's great, but he's not a first appearance, and we have Mickey's first. Well, again, I believe Steamboat Willie should have that FA tag. He never will. He doesn't even have the animation tag. Like, can we give him the animation tag, please? I don't even have him. But yeah, Steamboat Willie should definitely have at least the animation tag because he is animated. And has sound. Yeah. But I would say in the top 10 collectibles outside of Partners, Riso, Todd, Logo, Secret Rare Spidey. I guess those are my top 5, and then you'd have Ultra Rare Miles Morales. Probably Secret Rare is already so. If we're going based on ROI, the Secret Rare Miles is already like 5 figures, isn't it? I mean, I'm not saying. Well, do you think he won't go to 100K? I'm sure he can. I'm sure that's very possible. What the fudge? It's just hard. It's just harder to do. Anyway, I guess ultra rare Spider-Man. I guess I'll do Secret Rare Miles. I guess we could do Steamboat Willie. Maybe Ben Reilly Spider-Man. I think that'd be really good. But yeah, that logo is definitely in my, because it's, if you believe Veve's going to be successful, which I believe it will. Yeah, they already give it utility. They already have, and this is just the beginning. What's going to happen in the next bull market when Veve's not just making $1 million a week and they're making $3 million a week, $5 million, $10 million a week? What happens then? Lord, I would not put it past David and Dan to, during the height of the next bull market, when they are, or maybe when they retire, they take a bunch of the golden logo holders on a trip somewhere. Like, hey guys, let's go to my private island or whatever. I mean, you already have secret parties. You already have, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Mel Garner says, saw Tech Ops tested for a rating stream other day. Hope he starts up more videos. That'd be dope. Yeah. Sparty Pants says, let's go, Randy. Back from my workout. Get it. Get that bread. Mel Garner. Yeah. Steamboat Wooly got that tag in my mind. So Smarty Pants. This is my 10th day since I've gotten back from my working vacation. And I've done 18 workouts in 10 days. I'm good, yeah, I'm feeling alright, baby. I'ma have the best heckin' night of my life. Alright, sorry. Print stuff. Can't wait. Shared photo. What is this photo? Only you can save us. Alright, Veve feed. The top 4 selling secondary market brands on the 17th of March is the Women Support the War Effort, 461 of those. Marvel Mighties, 180. Heyo. Disney Golden Moments, there's 63 of those, and Spider-Man, 38. Interesting. The Veve feed is definitely interesting. They asked, which Sesame Street character is your favorite? The choices were Elmo, Big Bird, Cookie Monster, or Oscar the Grouch, and 37% said Cookie Monster, 34% says Elmo, 18% said Oscar the Grouch, 11% said Big Bird. Thought that was interesting. Top 4 selling secondary market comics for the comics for the 17th was Amazing Spider-Man number 6, Uncanny X-Men 28, Savage She-Hulk number 1, Love She-Hulk, and Tales of Suspense number 94. What was the other one that I just saw here? Secondary market brands. Yep, that was the brands. Okay, secondary market collectibles was Women Support the War Effort. There's 458 collectibles. Kang, 24 of them. Hope Van Dyne, Wasser was 18 of them, and Modoc was 17. All right, interesting. Veve Automated Fee. I don't why were Kangs bought? Why were so many Kangs bought? I don't know why. So the Veve secondary market sales for the 17th of March, 6,832, which is plus 24%. Collectibles 1804 plus 68.8%, rounded up. That's 69%. And we're coming nice down below 69. The comic sales were down 15%, but either way, fine with that. A lot of Todd selling, a lot of Disney Golden Moments selling. Ooh, we got a Goofy here. Goofy Mint 3021 just sold on Veve. It was $119. Superman just sold on Veve. 377. Damn, he went down. Going down. Moving on. Spider-Man says, keep it up, Randy. That Uncanny X-Men number 64 is quite interesting play by Marvel. Yeah, I think Marvel is gonna go and they're gonna try to get some of those people that are on Marvel Unlimited, and that we have two now at 900. One's at 900, one's at 902. Rory Miller, 77. Count as private. Yabonder has 9 collectibles. He's got a bunch of stamps, this guy. 23 comics, though. Pretty dope. Yeah, that's cool. I think that should be it for today. We do have one coming from Jayco, say Veve's going to be huge, and I will say, heck, yeah, it is. All right. That's going to be it for me. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. See you all tomorrow. Meow, meow, meow. Oof.